In a previous video, I showed you the principle of linear magnetohydrodynamics, where a DC current can curve over a magnetic field to power ferry boats and things like that. Today we're going to talk about circular magnetohydrodynamics as using this little device. I've got 3 positive electrodes around the outside, a negative electrode in the middle, and we're going to put some salt water in there from my pool, like ocean water, and watch it move as we put on the current. And we're going to have a big fishing magnet below, things that you pull bicycles out of rivers with. The principle here was given by a crop picture in 2018 in Czechoslovakia. You have 3 positive places around the outside, 1, 2, 3, and a negative in the middle. And it'll make the current spin. And below, we put a magnet or electromagnet, which can be NS or SN, or can flip AC. And with the magnet and the current, you'll watch the current spin where it normally wouldn't spin at all. And here's actually what the crop picture looked like, July 7, 2018. And you can see how much that looks like a UFO, like the Adamski saucer. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we're really onto something. So we've got the water in here now. Let's just start it, turn the power on here from this DC power supply and get it going. Now there's about 40 volts. And you can't see anything. You can see a few bubbles, but you can't see anything till we add some dye. So let's just put it here at about 50 volts, 1 amp, and just put a little bit of green dye in so you can see what is happening. Here we go. Now, there's no magnet yet, and you notice the green dye is not doing anything. It's just sitting there. I've got 50 volts, 1 amp. Now let's put the magnet under it and watch. Okay, now we've put a fishing magnet below the device, and you can see the water spinning very quickly at 50 volts. Let's put a little dye in and watch what happens. Spinning very fast. Doing the same experiment again with an 80mm neomagnet. We put a little dye in, and we'll turn on the 50 volts of power. Right away you can see a swirling counterclockwise motion of the dye near the center. Now if we flip the magnet the other way, so the S side points up, not the N, we're just going to put a little dye in and turn the power on. Now you see it go the other way. Instead of going counterclockwise, now all the water swirls clockwise because we changed the pole of the magnet. And that's like what we saw here in the crop picture. It went clockwise. Again, now we have the end pole up. We'll add a drop of dye and we'll turn the power on. Now you see it goes the other way, anti-clockwise. So the polarity of the magnet up or down determines whether it goes clockwise or anti-clockwise. Once again, is our friend the fishing magnet. We'll put a drop of dye in, and then we'll turn on the power and see what happens. Immediately it rushes around anti-clockwise. And now I've turned the fishing magnet the other way, put in a drop of dye, turn on the power, and it goes clockwise. The magnet's a little further away from the glass now, so the magnetic field's a little bit weaker. In summary, we have looked today at the principles of circular magnetohydrodynamics using 3 little positively charged electrodes in some pool water with a negatively charged electrode in the middle. We put it over a big fishing magnet or some other magnet to give it an NS or SN magnetic field. That's just what was drawn in crops on July 7, 2018 in Czechoslovakia. We see 3 positively charged electrodes, plus, 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 minus in the middle. This is an electromagnet, really wire. It can be NS or SN magnet. And this was actually the crop picture is photographed. And it looks just like this famous UFO with 3 lobes spinning. And what that does is, when the current goes from here to here, it curves one way or the other when there's a magnet below. When we put this magnet below there, the current curves either clockwise or anti-clockwise, as seen by a green dye. So that's the basic principle of circular hydromagnetics, and we shall see in the future whether we can make a small model which relates to UFOs. Thank you very much.